So we start our JS code with document, add event listener, and we are going to listen for document DOM content loaded, which basically means that we are telling our browser that first we are waiting for him to load all the content, and then we are looking to the following code, the following function. Let's first of all declare some variables by just typing let, and the first variable we will name comparison slider, like we have it named many times, equal document get element by ID, and what we are telling here to our browser, what we are declaring by this let is, let's make it bigger, is that we have element in our HTML code which is ID with comparison slider, and in this JS code it will be comparison slider as well. By typing let, we declare some variables, and what this document get element by ID means is it's a method, very common method, and you will use this method almost every time you want to get an element from your index.html, which is your index.html is referred as document. Every time you see document, it's this index.html. Get element by ID. What is ID? So if we go to HTML, we see here we gave ID comparison slider. So the browser, when it will be looking at our JavaScript code, it will go to HTML code, take something with this ID, and will assign it to this variable that we declare here. We can name it in any way. I would prefer to keep the same names, so comparison slider. And in a similar way, we will declare some more variables like picture after, which will be equal comparison slider, query selector, and then here we are looking for the class picture after. So again, query selector is a similar method, and it gets the element with the specified class. So it goes again to HTML, takes the element with this class picture after, or this class here, So it's a class picture after, takes this element with this class, and in this way it knows that this variable is something taken from index.html with this class. In similar way, we will declare another variable. Let's name it handle to be consistent, and it will be again comparison slider, query selector, class handle, and one more variable, skew. Let's assign it 0 for this time, and variable delta, let's assign 0 as well. Then what we're gonna do in our JavaScript code, we're gonna change skew to 2000 or whatever the number is in your CSS document. So we change the skew only if our section has a class comparison slider. If comparison slider dot class name dot index of comparison slider exclamation mark equal -1. In this case, we will set skew to 2000. Only in this case. Save it. So what does this mean? Exclamation mark equal means not equal, and -1 is the same as null. It's JavaScript language. When the machine will be reading our code and will not find the class, it will tell -1 or null. But if it will find this class comparison slider, in this case, we will apply the skew 2000. And then we're gonna listen for mouse move on our section. So we just type comparison slider, add event listener, basically what this code means, add event listener, we're gonna tell our browser to listen for event or to look for event. What kind of event? It's mouse move. So it's like when it hears mouse move, client or your website visitor, this is the client, is moving the mouse on the section, comparison slider section, then the browser will apply the function, which we are going to, oops, event here, which we're going to declare here. See, so if we move left, it goes left, the picture goes left. If we move right, the picture goes right. So in this delta, we're gonna pass the formula client E, which is event, and our client X, which is the movement of the mouse on X axis, which is from left to right. Y is from top to bottom. Then minus window inner width divided by 2. So the window is this window in browser, and its inner width is this 100% width. We're gonna divide it by 2 because we are counting it from the center. So we're gonna divide it by 2 and then multiply by 0.5. Then we're gonna change the handle position. Where is our handle position now? Let's check it in CSS code. So the handle, so we're gonna change this by typing handle style dot left. So we are changing the style, that's why we type style, and we are changing the left, which is this left, which was 50%. We are giving it another information, so it will be again the formula e.client x plus delta and plus pixel. It will not be 50% anymore for this handle. Rather, it will follow the move of the client mouse, which is event client X, and delta, which, as we were looking at it, it's distance from the center to the mouse. So our handle will move this many pixels left or right. And then we're gonna change the style of our picture after. So again, as you can guess, we're gonna type style, and this time we are changing the width of picture after. So here we used to have our width calculated by this formula. That's why by default it's the width is 50%. And what we're gonna change is we're gonna change it by the formula again, event client X plus skew and plus delta and add pixels. And that's it.